What my teaching philosophy is. And I'm a native Spanish speaker who had to go through the process of learning English through ESL classes. And I feel that because of that, my teaching philosophy focuses on my students, making them my priority. I am familiar with what their needs may be and what they could be struggling with. I feel that my background as a Spanish tutor has helped me develop some skills that I can use to assist my TESOL students. My philosophy is that my classroom needs to be student-centered, and I believe in the use of unmodified authentic discourse. I will focus on the use of unmodified authentic discourse by supplying my students with videos in which they can listen attentively to the language, and I will have them listen to and read different resources out there that can help them increase their reading and speaking proficiency. I will provide them with articles in which they can use all of their 4 skills, which includes reading, writing, listening, and speaking, to complete the assignment. I will give them enough group work since it facilitates learning and because it provides the students with the opportunity to speak the language with a partner. I will have my students listen to the news so they may be aware of the important things happening around them while exposing them to authentic language. In addition to this, I will have them keep a log of new current events that are happening around the world and give a brief report on it the following day. I believe that this can help them with their listening, writing, speaking, and reading. And I know that by having the students perform this activity, they are being exposed to things they will be doing in a real-life experience. By making my classroom student-centered, it enables them to participate more often and learn from each other. I will allow my students to ask transparent teaching questions, not only so they may understand the concept and material being taught, but it can also help me as a teacher reevaluate what I am teaching. I plan to encourage my students to speak their language in the classroom and to participate often. And in order to facilitate learning and engage the students into the material, I plan on doing some role playing in the classroom to help the students communicate and use the language often in the classroom. I will make sure to assess the students in the 4 areas of language learning by quizzing them daily on what they have learned. This assessment won't necessarily be a test or quiz, but it can be done by a simple activity in which I am able to see the progress and the understanding that my students had of the lecture. It will also allow me to see if I have failed to teach them the material correctly, thus giving me feedback and correcting it right away. I plan to integrate cultural instruction so they may be accepting and tolerant about the different cultures that represent the classroom. I will make sure to implement diversity in my classroom, and I plan to do this by educating my students and myself about diversity. My background in being a former ESL student in elementary school through middle school has allowed me to realize that students should be my priority and that I am capable of noting what their needs may be and that I can help them with their daily struggles. Because of my love of teaching the English language and because I love learning it, I will continue to study it, research it, and so that I may be a better resource for my students. I want to be able to answer their questions and be an excellent resource for them. I want my students to be able to build on their self-efficacy and learn how to be self-regulating. I hope that my students will be able to see and recognize my passion for teaching and learning, and I believe that by seeing this, they can be intrinsically motivated to do well and to actively participate in the classroom. And thank you for listening to my teaching philosophy.